Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time to check this out really fast and just gain a little bit more understanding of what we do in the world of Mary Kay. And basically, I don't want to take it too long. I just want to give you the fast overview so that basically you'll have enough information to know that either it's something you would like to explore more, or you may want to pass this along to a friend or family member that it seems like it would be appropriate and something they would be interested in. Either way is great. And even if you're a loyal customer and you want to just support in that way, that's also a really great thing, because our business thrives when we have amazing, loyal customers. So basically, let me just run through that there are 4 types of people in our company, basically, that we are working with. One is that loyal customer that I was just mentioning. So having loyal customers is the way that any business thrives. And so those women love the pampering of having a consultant to be able to service them. I think when I first started using Mary Kay, I loved the fact that I could contact, it was my aunt that I bought from back then, but I could just talk to her, would tell her what I needed, whatever I was having issues with, and she would just drop it in the mail to me because she lived in Memphis. So that personal service, and it was free shipping too, that personal service, the free delivery, the time to get to try stuff before you buy it, that's what customers love. The gifts with purchase that we offer, or the hostess credit when you have a party. So that's what our loyal customers love and thrive on, having that service. So that's number one. The second type of person in our company are people who become friends and family consultants. And those are women that started as a customer who loved everything, but then decided that they really could enjoy the benefit of being a person to service their friends and family so that they could get their products through them. Honestly, that's really what I thought I was going to be when I joined. That was the reason that I became a consultant. I heard the information just like we're doing right now, and it made sense to me that because it was being shipped to me from Memphis, from my aunt, why not just be a consultant? And my mom and sister, I had 2 roommates at the time in college who also loved the products. Why not just service my friends and family and get the amazing discount that we have? So that's the second type. It is totally, even less than part-time. It does not take a lot of time. It's just simply letting those people that you know order from you. That's the second one. And then get the great discount of being a consultant. The third kind of person is someone who does this as a side gig. So maybe they do have a goal of a certain amount of money they'd like to make in a month. Maybe it's just a couple $100 that would take their family out to dinner to something special, or save for a vacation, or maybe they want to pay for childcare, or they want to, what else? Groceries, gas, a shopping account, a shoe account. I've heard that before. Sometimes it's paying off student loans, paying off debt, paying off car loans, things like that, that if you have an extra, $500 a month, that can make a big difference in your budget. And so some people do it for that, and you can work. When we say part-time, it's usually a few hours a week. It's not anything like a 20-hour-a-week part-time job. So that's what some people do, and we call it a side gig for them. And then the last one are the people who make this into a career, and they decide that they want to work for themselves, they want to be their own boss, and they don't want to have the authority of working someone else's schedule and being off when they tell them they can be off. And I know for me that it turned into that for me. I saw that I loved the products, of course, and I loved getting the discount, and then my friends and family getting to buy from me. But when I learned about the benefits of like the side gig part of it, I needed a car back then. And so I had the same car through high school, and I was in college. And so when I read about the car program with Mary Kay, that's what really hit home for me personally. And so getting the company car was my first goal that happened within the first 10 months. And then I just saw that the next step was to become a director, still though planning to be a nurse and to work full time. And that's really, so the side gig piece is what it turned into pretty fast for me. But then after working as a nurse several years, and, nights, weekends, holidays, lots of drama that can sometimes go on in any workforce. It doesn't have to be in the medical field. Really didn't want to be in that full-time role anymore, and went part-time, and then eventually full-time in Mary Kay to work for myself. So those are kind of the 4 places that people tend to land, from anywhere from a loyal customer to a friends and family to a side gig consultant to a full-time. And sometimes it fluctuates around, so depending on life and what's going on. So I thought I'd just share that part with you, and then give you the lowdown on this is the facts about the company and the way that we get paid, so that you'll know if it's for you or not. So first off, the facts about the company, basically like 5 things I like to share. One is that, well, we've been around forever, almost 56 years, but the company is based on putting your faith first, your family second, and your career third. And so for me, I've always just loved that because it really follows how I grew up, what my values are, being able to be in a company that no matter what your faith background is, but just knowing that that's a priority. When we have our huge corporate events, they actually open it with a prayer. And so it's really cool to see this privately owned, family-owned company that is huge in 39 other countries besides the US, be able to have the freedom to put your faith first, and that your family is an important part, and then that your job comes next. The second thing that is an important fact is that we don't have territories. So as women, if you ended up moving, let's say if you're married and your spouse gets a job somewhere else, you can take it with you. If you're in the military, you can take it with you. So anywhere in the US, you can actually work your business. And if you love to travel, like I do, you can work in other places and meet people and have clients. Or if your clients move away, they can still shop with you and you can mail it to them. So the no territory piece is fantastic because it gives you the freedom to go anywhere and do your business anywhere. The third fact is that we are not a franchise. So I don't know, when you think about a franchise, if I say franchise, if there's a particular business that comes to mind, the reason I bring it up is that, a lot of franchises, they definitely are recognized. So when I first think of a franchise, I think of like McDonald's or the food industries, from Sonics, those kind of things, Chick-fil-A's. But the difference is, so the name recognition, people know the name Mary Kay. They know what it is. Even if they've never used it, they know who we are. However, when you have a franchise, there's royalties that have to be paid to the company because of that recognition. There's also a lot of strict guidelines and things you have to follow, and typically a whole lot of money that goes into starting a franchise. And so our startup is super low. There is no royalty. It's all your cash that you get to keep when you sell the product. And so that freedom is fantastic. Let's see what else. Number 4 is that we are not a multi-level marketing plan. Not that there's anything wrong with those companies that are, but that our marketing plan is super straightforward. Everybody makes the same. It is 50% across the board. Whether you're a brand new consultant, you've been in the business for 56 years, as long as we've been around. If you're at the top of the company, as far as like recognition goes and the level of sales you have, we're all making the same profit. So 50%, we buy it for $1, we sell it for $2. And then if you decide you want to be in leadership and you want to have a team, then corporate pays you for doing that, and they give you a bonus because you added team members. They don't have recruiters out there in our business. In corporate level, they don't go out and hire people to be sales reps. They give us those bonuses because we helped find those people. So I think that's just a nice thing to know because it's super simple to understand how you get paid. And then finally, we don't have a quota. So if you choose, like when I started, I was in my last semester of college. It was getting ready to take an exit exam to graduate from Belmont to get my bachelor's in nursing. I was then going to be taking the boards, going to be moving into my own apartment, super, super busy, going to be starting a new job. Or trying to find a job. It was the perfect time to not do it, honestly. And I didn't wait. I went ahead and did it then because there wasn't a quota. I didn't have to worry that if I was really busy, I could just not do anything that week and I could pick it back up the next week or the next month. You can do it however you would like to do. The bare bone minimum, I do like to at least tell people, is that we have to order 225 wholesale once a year to stay in the company. That's the like bare bone, if you want to say that's a quota. So 450 retail, 225 wholesale. I go through that much product in at least probably 6 to 8 weeks. So if you're using and I use everything, and I use all of the Time-Wise repair at this point to get as much age fighting as I can. So that's the more expensive stuff. But still, if you're using quite a bit of product, or you have daughters or sisters, any other girlfriends that, are going to use stuff too, you can probably hit that one without too much trouble. But that's really the bare bone minimum as far as what we have to order and quotas and stuff. You don't have anything like that you have to meet. And I do like to just point out that when you work for yourself, there's tax benefits when you work from home. I'm sitting in my home office right now, and so our accountant is able to deduct a piece of our mortgage and our utility bills because I have a home office. There's also expenses like my cell phone. I would have a cell phone even if I weren't in Mary Kay. I would have internet access even if I weren't in Mary Kay. But because I'm in Mary Kay and I work from home, those are actual tax deductions. Mileage, I mean, there's so many things that are tax deductible when you have a business like this. Even my own product, I have a sales ticket because I'm advertising for my business. So it's really quite phenomenal. And that's all stuff that you learn once you get in and get started. But those are the facts and the benefits, of being a part of our company. So finally, the way we get paid, 4 quick and easy ways. One is we meet with people individually or like with 2 people, a mom and daughter. We call those facials. Doesn't take long at all. 30 minutes to an hour is all it is. And typically we sell anywhere from, $50, $100. I have had some, today I met with a lady, it was over $200, depending on, what people need. I've had a $375 facial. And then I've had some that are $50, but still it takes an hour of your time and you make half of that. So 50% is the profit that you make when you meet with those people. The second thing that most people are super familiar with would be parties, skincare classes, beauty shows. They've been called lots of things over the years, but that would be where you meet with anywhere from 4 to 6 people. I think my biggest show was like 10 or 12, but that typically takes about 2 hours of your time. And the sales, the average and, our national average is about $300. So you make half of that in 2 hours of your time from doing those parties. And then third, my favorite is reorders. This is simply, so those people that have tried products, they've gotten on stuff, it's consumable, they're going to put it on their face, wash it off. They're going to need more. Our products do last a pretty good amount of time, as you probably know if you're using any of them, but still after 4 to 6 months, they're running out of stuff and needing to restock. And so when they reorder, you still make 50% then, and it doesn't take you really hardly any time. It's just a matter of however you're going to deliver it to the customer. So that's really the best thing. I think if you're going to sell anything, sell something consumable. So you've got, once you establish, if you have 5 customers, you have 20, you want to have 100 or 200. Once you establish those people, they're going to keep purchasing. And we do have a great system. Technology is phenomenal at helping keep in touch with those customers. So that helps you out too. And then finally, the fourth, I already mentioned it a little bit, but if you decide that if you'd like to build a team, then Mary Kay will pay you extra bonuses. And that's how you can get cars. You can be in leadership. You can be a director as I am. And that's really when you get to grow a lot as you're learning how to mentor and teach people how to do the business as well. So that's an optional thing that you can learn how to do as well and really increase your income and become a leader in our company. So that's basically it. It's super simple. Very straightforward. To get started, we purchase a starter kit. The starter kit is only $100. That's the only investment you have to make. And in that kit, you actually get over $400 of regular size products. So I'm going to try, I think I can share my screen here and show you a picture of the starter kit. Let's see if this will work. So hopefully you're seeing that now. This is the entire kit. You can see a list of all the different items. It's a little bit hard to read because it's small, but of course we can send you a list of everything that's in it. Mainly, satin hand set, 5cc creams, mascara, the Miracle Set 3D for both skin types, combination to oily and normal to dry, the translucent powder, and then you've got eye makeup remover. It's not right there, but it's right there. It does come in it. You get mirrors, trays, color cards that have all the different color shades, as well as all your literature and training materials. So all of that's there. And then this awesome bag, which everybody just loves the bag because it's huge and it holds lots of great stuff, and a date book that is quite handy. I use my date book all the time. So that's everything that is in the kit for $100 plus tax and shipping. So here in the Nashville area, it's around $120 for the whole thing. If you've been a consultant before, there is a welcome back option, and it's just $25 plus tax and shipping. So you don't get like retail size product, but you get new literature, some samples, and then you're back in the door with the consultant ID and able to order at the wholesale price again. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. Right now we're finishing up June, and we are working to wrap up the end of our year. And so we do have a special gift. We have some necklaces for everyone who decides right now to get started. This is, if you can see the stone, we have 3 actually different necklaces that are available. Super cute, super fun for summer. And there's a blue one too. But those are gifts that we're handing out because we're working to grow, we're working to finish a big goal. And so if you'd like more, if you'd like to jump in and just get that $100 kit, obviously you can use the stuff in the kit too. So that's a nice benefit too, that you have all of that product to try and to use, and then of course to demo it with people as well. Once you're in, my next step would be to talk with you one-on-one. We have an orientation booklet. We can talk through, where do you land as far as friends and family, or do you want to be a side gig? Do you want to make this a career? Do you want to kind of figure it out as you go? We can do that too, but just kind of go through the basics of how to do everything. That would be the next step after you order your kit, to do that orientation and go over all that good stuff. There is some really great things in June going on. So beyond what I've just shared right now, so lots of prizes, lots of fun opportunities to get some really great deals on skincare, but even getting some really awesome prizes right now too. So it's a great time to get started, and I'll go into all of that if you decide that this is for you. And if it's not for you, and it sounds like maybe you thought of someone and you want to pass this along, we encourage you to do that. We do like to give our customers gifts when they send us people who end up becoming consultants. So feel free to pass this along if it's not for you. And if you just want to be a customer forever, we love you for that, because obviously we wouldn't be in business without you. So thanks for taking a quick minute to watch this, and reach out if you have questions. Okay, thanks.